What's up guys, Sam Adams here and welcome to the Weekly Recap, which is a series here every Saturday on my channel where I choose the top most important news stories of the week from the tech and gaming industries. I generally choose about 3 or 4 and I give you guys the details, a little bit of a deeper look into why they're important and what I think of them and things like that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this week in game news and tech news. Starting off, Blizzcon 2015 ticket dates have been announced, which is obviously where the tickets go on sale, and that will be on April 15th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then again that Saturday on April the 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, so you always have an option on when you're able to buy these things. You know, if you can't get it at the night, there's a date for in the morning, things like that. You can plan your day around it, but these things generally do tend to sell pretty quickly. Of course, if you aren't aware, BlizzCon is an annual Blizzard themed con that is held, and this is at the Anaheim Convention Center, and this is going to be the 9th BlizzCon, so obviously it's been growing and it's been able to maintain its reputation over the years. So if you're into World of Warcraft, or if you're looking forward to Blizzard's new first-person shooter Overwatch, this might be an interesting one for you to attend, and ticket prices start at $1.99, but you better be ready because they do, like I said, tend to sell pretty quickly, so make sure you have all of that Chrome autofill data correctly entered before you go online. Next up, Titanfall 2 will be coming to the PlayStation 4, and if you aren't aware, last year Titanfall hit the Xbox One as an exclusive, and it did pretty well. It's developed by the guys over at Respawn, who originally came together after leaving Infinity Ward, I think right after the Modern Warfare 2 era, which of course was pretty much the pinnacle of the Call of Duty games. So they have a lot to live up to, especially since they developed one of the most famous game franchises of all time. However, last year Titanfall seemed to die quicker than they expected it to. It would be kind of like if Destiny came out exclusively on the Xbox or exclusively on the PlayStation. You kill a lot of the player base whenever you choose to go that exclusive route, and unfortunately that's what Titanfall went for, and the lack of story combined with the exclusivity made it kind of a failure, but it was still a great game. There were a lot of game mechanics that I liked in it, especially the wall running and the mech usage, as well as the NPC, the non-player controlled components of it. There were a lot of AI characters in the online multiplayer that let it live a little bit longer than it would have if they had just gone with a basic kind of lobby setup. So Titanfall 2 was announced earlier this week to be coming to the PlayStation 4, or at least it's heavily rumored to be, which is pretty much a guarantee that it is. So that's definitely something pretty exciting, especially since I want to see Titanfall take off. It's got a pretty good idea, and we just need to see it get some publicity to get the ball rolling, so hopefully we'll see that. There is no definitive release date, but I can almost guarantee you that next year at this time, we will either be very close to the release date or it will have already come and gone. That's just my prediction, but we'll have to see how it shapes up whenever we are bound to hear more about it at E3. As a side note, if you want some additional Titanfall DLC and you already have the base game, the Season Pass is actually free right now because it is Titanfall's 1-year anniversary, and there is actually no end in sight of this free Season Pass. So if you were one of the guys that paid money for it, I apologize. Welcome to the world of a PlayStation Plus subscriber. Next up, a big PS2 IP has begun sequel production for the PlayStation 4 exclusively. This comes from @Tidux on Twitter. I believe I pronounced his name correctly, and he has a pretty good reputation as far as leaking accurate game information goes. It's going to be pretty interesting to see if this one comes true. However, we don't really know what this IP is. Obviously, there were so many games that came out in the PlayStation 2 era that were exclusive to the PlayStation brand and were really popular that we can't really pinpoint it down to one. However, he did go on to say that it was definitely not The Last Guardian, so that was kind of disappointing for a lot of people. But again, we can't really pinpoint what this game is going to be, so only time will tell. But it's pretty cool to see that a company is making a sequel to a PlayStation 2 title, just because that era of gaming was so definitive for a lot of the franchises that we have today. I'll be glad to see something get a sequel, even, you know, whatever it is. I can't wait to see what it is. Hopefully we'll hear more about it at E3, but I doubt it, actually. It just seems like one of those things that's in the really early stages, especially since it just began production. But like I said, only time will tell, and I'm pretty excited to see what it will do. Last but not least, Jason Voorhees has been announced as a Mortal Kombat 10 character, which is actually the 25th fighter in the game. That's a pretty large number. But this was pretty much the next logical step since Freddy Krueger was in Mortal Kombat 9, and that was pretty fun. I would love to see a Jason versus Freddy mashup somewhere along the line. I highly doubt that'll happen, but Jason Voorhees is included in the Combat Pack, which is rumored to include Jason, obviously, and then 2 original Mortal Kombat characters, as well as 1 guest fighter that has yet to be announced. So that's going to be $30, or if you buy any of the collectors or special editions, you get that thrown in for free. Like I said, you know, it's pretty cool to see all of these competitors coming together, and I love the Freddy Krueger stuff. I love whenever they put Kratos from God of War in Mortal Kombat 9, and I like it whenever a company doesn't take their fighting game too seriously and they're able to please the fans and throw some fun little stuff in there. So if you're looking forward to playing as Jason, you know, now you get the opportunity. So there you guys have it. That is the game and tech news that I deemed important this week. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a like down below and comment what you thought was interesting out of the stories I mentioned, or if there's something that I didn't talk about, please tell me about it in the comments below. I would love to hear about it. And of course, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to head over that way and check out some of my other videos. I do new stuff at least 4 days a week, sometimes more, normally more, and I always love when you guys check it out, and there is generally always something new to check out here on my channel. So if you like me, if you like my personality, consider clicking that subscribe button. And as always, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.